Most cities don't have any comprehensive listing or map of where their lights are located, what kind they are, what their expected operational lifetimes are, how high they are, or when they were last replaced. And the prevailing system for answering those questions is to send inspectors out, clipboard in hand, to examine the city's streets one by one, a slow and expensive process. The result of this inefficiency can be that burned out lights are not replaced promptly, or that perfectly good lights are replaced unnecessarily as a preventive measure, or that crews are sent out with a 30-foot lift truck to replace a light that turns out to be on a 40-foot pole. There must be a better way, a team of researchers at MIT's Department of Mechanical Engineering thought. And after several iterations of software and hardware developed in the lab and field tested on city streets, the researchers have found that better way, which they reported in a paper in the journal IEEE Sensors. The MIT team came up with the idea of replacing manual inspections with a set of cameras and sensors mounted on top of a vehicle, in much the same way that Google uses vehicle-mounted camera systems to generate its street views. But in this case, the vehicles would prowl the city streets at night, picking up the location of streetlights using digital cameras and sophisticated software to distinguish between streetlights and other sources of illumination, and even to estimate the height of each lamp. Other sensors measure the exact level of illumination in order to determine if lights were failing or if there were dark areas between lights indicating a possible lamp outage or a need for an additional light pole. Tying these all together is a system for precisely determining the location of the vehicle as it moves along, thus creating an accurate map and database of positions. This system uses a combination of GPS data and other methods to improve accuracy, and could either record all the data for later downloading or send it in real time to a central facility. One benefit of such a detailed survey of existing lighting is that it could provide a literal roadmap for potential upgrades of the lights. Using new, highly efficient and long-lasting LED lights to replace older mercury vapor and other types of lighting could lead to significant saving on the costs of electricity and the maintenance needs for the lights. But without a monitoring system, even when such upgrades are carried out, we don't have good ways of proving whether the upgrades was effective or not. By comparing quantitative before and after data collected by the automated system, the improvements could be analyzed with greater accuracy. Rather than deploy a fleet of dedicated vehicles to carry out these surveys, which would be an expensive outlay for the cities that are often cash-strapped, the team proposes that portable equipment be mounted on the roofs of city-owned vehicles that would already be crisscrossing the city anyway, such as police cars, buses, or garbage trucks. This could provide extensive coverage of a city at minimal cost. To demonstrate the concept, they carried out field tests in 4 cities: Cambridge, Massachusetts, Malaga and Santander in Spain, and Birmingham, UK, using portable equipment mounted on the roofs of economy rental cars or vans.